All right, guys, welcome in here on a Thursday. We got Thursday night football coming your way, and I know you've been waiting all week to get yourself some Kirk Cousins and Case Keenum, and you don't have to wait any longer, guys. The wait is over. We are here tonight, Thursday night. We've got a play for you. Believe it or not, I had to dig deep, but I ended up finding a value play here that I think will actually won't allow us to have to watch the game, the full game, and throw up. Only the first half, and I'll have that for you coming up here. Want to welcome you in, though. Hope your week has been a profitable one. It's another edition of the Joe Raineri Show brought to you by our friends at sportsmemo.com, where all sorts of free information and great podcasts can be found, guys. In fact, the college podcast I did there with our good friend Drew Martin at sportsmemo.com is up on Sports Memo TV. Not to mention you've got plays from any one of the 24 or so handicappers from around the country that specialize in everything from college football, NFL, World Series, hockey, NHL hockey, soccer. We've got something for everybody available at sportsmemo.com. Make sure you guys are getting there. All right, there's not a lot to say here about this game here tonight. All right, like I wish there was something else on. Oh, yeah, there's a college game on also, and I'll happen to mention that too as Houston and SMU are going. Here's the deal with tonight's Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings game. And the line is actually creeping up, guys, here to around 17 rather, for the Washington Redskins, still getting a ton of money towards the Minnesota Vikings. So minus 17 now, plus 17 for the Washington Redskins. And the total is kind of hanging around that 42 mark still. So not a whole lot of more movement. Opened up at 41. It's hanging around at 42 now, but the line keeps going up. And the problem with this game, to me, isn't the fact of whether or not the Minnesota Vikings are going to win. Of course they're going to win. Zimmer's record, I could throw a million stats at you guys that points to non-divisional game at home, Mike Zimmer against the spread, yada, yada, yada. Just safe to say that they don't lose these games. And what that means is Mike Zimmer and the Minnesota Vikings do not play down to the competition. If you suck, they're going to remind you that you suck, and they're going to go ahead and beat you, cover the spread, and they're going to move on. So they do have a short week here this week, obviously, coming from a Sunday to a Thursday night game. But the one stat that stuck out to me, which is what really scared me off of any of the full game plays here, and yes, it's been fantastic for the Vikings and Zimmer. I get it. But 1 in 5 is the number that stuck out to me. That's 1 in 5. And that is the record of Kirk Cousins on Thursday night football. That is right. See, Kirk Cousins, really good at times there on Sundays, but the primetime game, Thursday nights, Monday nights, he shrinks, guys. Like, it's not, I don't know what it is, but every time Kirk Cousins, he's 1 in 5 on Thursday night football games. 1 in 5. Now, he's played great. Didn't play great to start the season, but the last 3 or 4 games, he's been really, really good. They won't have Adam Thielen tonight. They are on a short week. And for whatever reason, he sucks. He sucks. And to lay 17 points asking a guy who is 1 in 5 against the straight up, by the way, in Thursday night football. He don't win like at all on Thursday night football. I'm not comfortable doing that at all. Now, I will say this. The Washington Redskins defense is the best unit on that field tonight as far as the Redskins go. Their offenses, they're going to run the ball. Case Keenum, bit of a revenge game because this used to be a team he played for, so he's going to know the field. He's going to know the dimension, yada, yada, yada. Great. But problem is he doesn't have really anybody to throw it to, and it doesn't look like Adrian Peterson's going to be able to go here tonight. So they're going to be very limited on offense, the Washington Redskins, which means that we've got to look forward to having Kirk Cousins do something he's not been comfortable doing his entire career, and that is winning and winning big on a Thursday night game. So instead of playing anything full game, guys, I'm going to go first half in this game. And you better jump on the number, which is why it is so important to shop around, guys, and make sure you have more than one place to be able to go and get your number. I found over at our friends at UWager, and certainly invite you guys to go over and grab this number now. 16.5 still, but there are a number of places that have 17 full game. I got 9.5 in the first half of this game. 9.5 points for the Minnesota Vikings in the first half. So if you call them up now, 1-800-UWager, you give them the code JRS50. You put $50 in, they'll drop in 25. You put 25, they'll put 12. 50% deposit bonus match into your account, so you have some money to play with here tonight. But the number hasn't moved with UWager, which is great because you can still get some value there. And there is value in this play here tonight in the first half because, as far as I'm concerned, the defense of the Minnesota Vikings is going to ball out. Very hard to score. They've only given up 40-some-odd points all year long at home. So, and that's with way better offenses than what the Washington Redskins are going to bring to the table here tonight. I would be absolutely blown away if the Minnesota Vikings aren't up at least 10 points going into half. I would be astounded that that didn't happen. Now, I do think you're going to get a lot of Dalvin Cook. I do think that, yes, they're going to have a couple of touchdowns here in the first half. I think maybe a field goal for Washington if they're fortunate. But I'm thinking 14-3 going into half, 14-0, 17-3, something along those lines. I do think that Minnesota is going to have some success early on, that they are going to try and put points on the board as quick as possible because come the second half, it's probably going to be the Dalvin Cook show. They're probably going to be protecting the lead in the second half as opposed to trying to play from behind, which is laughable. So at 9.5, I can trust they go in 10-0, 17-3, 17-7, you know, if it even gets to that. I don't trust Kirk Cousins on a Thursday night for anything full game. I just don't. It's too big a number to trust with Washington, who could backdoor it here because, a late second half empty netter all of a sudden, that's 17 now, doesn't get 16.5, 17 points. Full game gets screwed. They only win by 14. Whatever it is, the first half, I think, is the play, guys. Whatever you're going to play in this game, the totals or the side, go ahead and just make it a first half play because the Vikings will have the lead going into halftime. And then if we have to worry about full game, then we have to worry about the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings doing the right thing in garbage time. And that is never a fun watch. That's never a fun bet. It actually sucks. This game sucks. How they keep putting teams like this on primetime games is beyond me, guys. Absolutely beyond me. So I'm just going to worry about the first half. I'll lay the 9.5. Minnesota, go do your thing. Go into halftime, up 10 points, 12 points, 14 points, and then go ahead and milk the clock all you want there in the second half. I don't give a shit because I'll be cashing my ticket in the first half because I don't trust Kirk Cousins at all, especially long term there. Don't trust him. So that's where I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to feature that. I am going to go Minnesota Vikings first half laying 9.5. And get to, guys, I'm telling you right now, open the account up, get an extra 50% deposit in there right now. 1-800-UWager, the code JRS50. 1-800-UWager, the code is JRS50. Open the account. It'll take literally 6 minutes. That's it. The process is very simple. The account will be opened up right away. Your bonus money will be in there right away. You'll have an opportunity. You got 3 NBA games on tonight. You got a full slate of NHL. You've got a college game there. Houston taking on SMU, which is another one of these games here tonight, guys, that way too many points, if you ask me. Way too many points here. It's 66, and granted, these are certainly SMU is averaging around 44 points a game here, but this is a really tricky spot for SMU. Next week they have Memphis, which is a monster game in the AAC for them. That is going to be for, all the marbles, so to speak, in their conference, and it would not at all surprise me on a short week. Both Houston and SMU played on Saturday. Now, Houston is a mess. Dana Holgerson, the whole nine. Kids are, we're going to take off. We're going to red shirt. We don't want to play this year. We'll come back and play next year, maybe. It's a nightmare over in Houston. But They have picked up the defensive effort. They are at home tonight. And more importantly, guys, there's going to be very strong winds there tonight, over 10 miles an hour. They're anticipating anywhere between 13 to 16 mile per hour winds tonight. And if there is one weather element, one thing Mother Nature does to screw with everybody in a football game, it ain't rain, it ain't sleet, it ain't snow, it's wind. It's the one thing that really screws them up. Not to mention short weeks when dealing with 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. You don't often get the best effort either. These aren't going to be crisp, football games here tonight. That's why the unders have been so damn profitable thus far this year. Unders on Thursday night, 17-7, I believe, is the number, 71%. Very profitable. Wind, when you have at least 10-mile-per-hour winds at a football game. Also, one of the most profitable bets you could beat to the under in a football game. Wind wreaks havoc. There's going to be a lot of wind in Houston tonight. So when you put it all together, 66.5, 65.5, somewhere around those lines, I do think it's a little too many points. I also think that you can probably split this game in half, too. Take the first half under and see what happens, because SMU is the better football team. They will, in all likelihood, score. They're not going to score 34 points in the first half. They like to run the ball now, Houston, as well, so it'll be kind of ball control, less possessions. SMU likes to throw the ball, so I'm sure they'll have some success scoring, but 34 points in the first half is a lot. Second half total, 66, 65.5. I just think it's way too many points for a short week game Thursday night. History tells us wind, short, and also a look-ahead possibility here with Memphis on deck for SMU. Can't trust them to lay the 14.5 points that they are right now. I'm going to stick with the totals there tonight, and that's what I'm going to play. So I'm going to stick to the Minnesota Vikings first half. I'm going to stick to the SMU Houston game in the first half, and I'm also going to go all in on the Milwaukee Bucks taking down the Houston Rockets here tonight. So Giannis is pissed off. You don't want to piss off a Greek. He gonna be all bent out of shape here, and Russell Westbrook and James Harden are going to be doing a lot of finger pointing at each other tonight. Was I supposed to shoot? Were you supposed to shoot? I don't know. It was only one ball, so maybe we shouldn't play on the court at the same time. It's going to be a nightmare. The whole season is going to be a nightmare. But I will take them to come in there, be very focused here tonight. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks to win their first game of the 2019 NBA season, taking down the Houston Rockets in Houston. They were good last year, guys. 31-10, I believe, last year at home. But this is a mess. It's going to be a mess of a situation. So that's where I'm going here tonight, guys. Thank you very much here. You got about an hour or so to get those plays in. Do so. Head over to UWager, guys. Open the account right now. 1-800-UWager. The code JRS50. Get that 50% deposit bonus match. And do not forget about our good friends over at Pay Per Head. Guys, I don't know what you are waiting for, but if you've ever thought about opening up your own independent sportsbook business, whether you have friends, family, coworkers, right? Maybe you've got guys at the office that would love nothing more than to go ahead and, play some action, or maybe you have an office pool. Or maybe you've got a cousin across the country, or aunts and uncles and people that would love to bet a little bit here, but they got nowhere to go. Well, that's you. That's where you come into play. The books have been clearing house here over the last couple of weeks, guys. All underdogs winning left and right. That usually means the house wins. So why not you, man? It's one of the ultimate side gigs there is. The ultimate side hustle is by having your very own sportsbook business. Independent sportsbook business today at 888-762-2111. That is our friends at Pay Per Head. They will take care of you, guys. It runs itself. You don't have to worry about making lines or anything along those lines. It is way easier than you think, not to mention the support. You get your own personal assistant with payperhead.com. That's right. They walk you through every step. All you got to do is build a business. It's that simple. 888-762-2111. Doesn't cost you a dime to get set up. It'll only take about 15 minutes, and boom, you'll be up and ready ready for business. 888-762-2111. Make sure you guys check them out. Paperhead.com/Joe. That's paperhead.com/Joe. And, of course, don't forget, guys, head over to sportsmemo.com tonight. Check out the college football podcast that we did. Every game on the board. Me and Drew Martin, Mid-Major Matt, Teddy Covers is on there. We've got you all set for every game here all through the weekend right now over at sportsmemo.com. And once again, guys, appreciate your time. No matter what it is you guys decide to do here tonight, good luck. Crush it, man. Fade me, play the opposite of me, tail me, whatever it is. Just cash those damn tickets, all right? Crush it tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. World Series Game 3. We'll have that broken down, plus a monster weekend in the world of the NFL, college football, and NBA as we get you going here right into the heart of our favorite time of year. This time right now, it's going to get fun with the NBA back. College hoops will be right around the corner. So good luck, guys. Head over to sportsmemo.com. We will talk to you again tomorrow. Cash those damn tickets, guys. Thanks again.